Hey everyone, welcome to a very special episode of Retail Archaeology. What we're looking at here is the management office of a mall, which is something that people don't often see, but I want to take a look a little bit deeper. I want to look at the guts of a mall. So what we have here is the dead mall, Fiesta Mall, which I've done some videos on in the past. And what we have here is a service corridor access door. Now you may see these kind of doors in malls that you go to. Well, I wanted to capture what's on the other side of these doors. So let's take a look. So this is right on the other side of that door. And like I mentioned, this is a service corridor for the mall. This is behind all the stores, and this is something that a lot of people, unless they've worked at a mall, don't get to see, so I wanted to capture that and document it here. It is really super eerie knowing that all of the stores on the other sides of these doors are closed and have been closed for a long time. For example, here's the back door for Charlotte Russe, and that's been closed for a very long time. And I saw the door handle had been drilled out on this door, so I tried it, but it was still stuck shut. I couldn't get in. Here's the door for Express, another long closed store. And a lot of these doors still had the names of the stores that used to be in them, but some of them did have the names pried off. Here's some sort of service elevator. I didn't mess with that. This was really cool to be able to get back here and film this. And really creepy too. I didn't know if I was going to run into somebody or security was going to come yell at me. So it was quite the experience. Like I said, this is a video that I've wanted to do for a long time. I had mentioned in some previous videos about doing videos in malls and areas that you're not really supposed to go, and I got a lot of feedback in the comments for people wanting that, so I was super pleased that I was able to gain access back here and film all of this. And every door that I go through is open. I didn't break and enter anywhere. All the doors were open, and there was no signs that said no trespassing or anything like that, so that one's hard to read there, but that is the sign for the International Hair Design School that was here. It's also closed, obviously. I think everything at this mall is closed pretty much except for the Sears and a very small handful of other stores. Something else I noticed is it was very clean back here. There were signs saying that the area must be kept clean for fire code reasons, but it was still surprisingly clean. I also wondered, how long it had been since anybody had walked through this particular corridor with everything, back here being closed for so long. A lot different looking and sounding from the parts of the mall that you're used to seeing. Now this door ended up leading right back into the mall right in front of the Sears. And here's another service corridor that I filmed, and another service elevator. And it was interesting that each service corridor that I went down, they seemed to be color-coded. The first one that I went down that you saw was, the bottom parts of the wall were all green. Well, down this one, they were all blue. There's this really cool old map here. It's just cool little interesting things like this that I was glad to find that made me happy to get back here and see this. Very claustrophobic feeling. These corridors are very narrow. Now, I had decided that instead of heading back out onto the mall, I would go the other way and film some more. Because I had found something really interesting that I wanted to capture. And since the coast seemed to be clear, I figured I would try it out. There's the door for Lane Bryant. That's been closed for a very long time as well. But there's that service elevator again, and while I was here, I found this stairwell. And I'm going to leave the sound here, just listen to this. That's the sound of the door slamming shut behind me, and I kind of had a oh shit moment and thought maybe it was going to be locked. So I stopped filming, went and checked, and found it was opened, and then went down the stairwell and back down the service corridor on the first floor, where we saw the sign for the old foot action there. So after I had adventured down that stairwell and gotten into another service corridor down here on the first floor, I figured I would, head back out into the mall, through the first door that I saw, especially since it said it was a dead end down that way. But I got a little disoriented, so that's the door I came out of, and this is pretty funny. The door that I came out of actually ended up being right behind the security desk. That's the security desk there, and security does seem to have returned to this mall, so yeah, that may not have been the best door to come out of, but it didn't seem to cause me a problem. Now here's another one of those service doors in the food court. And I was glad I went down this one. And you can see once again, this one's color-coded, this time purple, which was interesting. And I found some really cool stuff down this way. All of these doors were locked down these corridors. I did hear some cleaning crew people there. I'm sure you saw that rag on the ground, so I had to stop for a minute. But I found that door for Sparrow. That was really cool, finding the Sparrow door. And then right down here were all of the mailboxes for the mall. And this older wood-looking door, that was kind of interesting, but once again locked. And I didn't go in here because that sign actually said employees only, so. But yeah, here's the mailboxes for the mall. And then right over here to the left is the back door for that mall management office that we saw at the very beginning of the video. And there's another service elevator there and some parcel lockers. And then I was going to go down this way further, because that's a long, scary, narrow corridor. But if you see there to the left, that door was ajar. So it was kind of obvious that somebody had been coming and going pretty recently. So I didn't want to overstay my welcome. But I did want to film real quick the names of the tenants above the mailboxes. That was pretty interesting because most of these places are gone. But it does give you an idea of some of the places that used to be in here. I know the footage is a little jumpy there, but like I said, I kind of wanted to get in and out with that door being ajar. That was a little freaky. Now this last part of the mall guts might be my favorite. This is a closed store in a dead mall, which we've all seen before, but I noticed that this door here was ajar. So I went and investigated and pulled it open and noticed that it was, unlocked and open, and it had obviously been that way for a while because there's a lot of trash and stuff piled up right there. So I decided to investigate and capture something I've always wanted to capture, which was what a store looked like on the other side in a dead mall. So we can see this was an AT&T wireless store. This was really cool to capture this. And then I noticed the door handles had been removed, so of course this door was open as well. So I decided to kind of peek in the back rooms of the store, and when this door shut behind me, I realized it's pitch black, but thankfully the flash on my phone actually did a decent job of illuminating things, so I know it's not the best quality footage in the world, but we can actually see what's going on, which is nice. Looked like back here was probably a break room. And first aid kit was over there. And these certificates that were like long forgotten were kind of interesting to find. And it also looked like the employees had their own bathroom, which was cool. I don't know if that's common with mall stores. So, like I said, this was cool. This was probably my favorite part of filming this mall's guts, was getting access to a closed store in the dead mall. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, and if you'd like to see more videos on mall guts, because I definitely would like to do more. This was a lot of fun to see what I could get away with. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. I hope you enjoyed looking at this mall's guts. If there's any other parts of a mall you'd like me to film, let me know what those are down in the comments below. Also, check out one of these videos if you got a few minutes, and also don't forget to follow us at the social media links down below. And as always, thanks for watching.